And right there's the battery that I tried fixing, which you can see that I tried like, you know, yeah, I tried fixing it. I bought like new nickel plating and all that, and still nothing. It's a connection problem for sure, but we'll take that out. That's extra weight. Get rid of some of this. Here's the cord to the back tail light, so we'll unhook that. That's an easy unplug. Alright, so now there's more room for the engine to set on. Alright, so now I'm prying off this reflector because it's got to be. So we got to take these screws out to get this off to get to the wheel. Alright, so right here is the sprocket I'm wanting to put on it. And as you can see, right here is the disc pad, brake. And as you can see, it's not really, honestly, this could work. I just have to find a way of making it work, but it just fits on there perfect. This also came with the sprocket, so this is going to help me mount it on there better. Yep, it works. I just gotta tighten that chain. Boy Game for Daniel, aka Big D. I'm back with another fixing tech. I got another bike project on the way. Here it is. So just real quick, guys, when you guys seen me trying to put a 47cc engine on an electric scooter, well, long story short, it didn't work out. It wouldn't mount right, and it just wouldn't work. So I got another bike project. Here it is for that 47cc. Yes, you see it. This is a pocket bike. It is an electric mini moto pocket bike that is in really bad shape. So the story behind this, I usually, every time I get up or whatever, I take Ariana out for walks or whatever, and I seen this bike. For some reason it caught my eye. I seen this bike laying in somebody's yard, and I was like, you know what, that looks like it's been sitting there for years. So I was like, it does. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask the person, see if they have any plans for it, if I can have it or whatever. Or, you know, I'll pay them a little bit of money or whatever the case is. So I came up, asked him, long story short, I told him, I was like, do you have any plans for that yellow bike that's sitting in your yard? He's like, no. He's like, why? I was like, well, I was wanting to know if I could take it off your hands, and I was like, you know, I like working on bikes and whatever, and I was like, I was just wanting to know if you have any plans for it. I'll be happy to take it off your hands. He's like, I tell you what, if you can get it out of my yard, you can have it. I was like, what, for real? I was like, yeah. He's like, for real, you can have it. I was like, it's just sitting there collecting junk in my yard. So he's like, if you get it out, you can have it. I was like, dude, awesome. I was like, that made my day. So I got it, brought it home, and here it is. So it is electric, and it is in bad shape. I think it's been sitting in his yard for 5 to 10 years, something like that, he said. So this sucker is just in bad shape. It even has its own key. That's cool. But it's in, I mean, it's just in bad shape. Right there's the charging. Yeah, it's horribly in bad shape. But the idea I have with this bike is I'm gonna turn it into gasoline, a gasoline pocket bike. I'm gonna rip out all them electric components in there and all that. I'm gonna rip all that out. First, I gotta concentrate on this frame, this rusty frame, get it all sanded or whatever the case, PB blast it, and I need to rip all this out so I can have room. I pretty much want the frame. The frame is what I want. I'm hoping these tires are good. They don't look so good, but we'll see. So, new project, and that is what I'm gonna be doing. So I think first things first is take off these plastics. Try to get this plastic off. And hope nothing comes out, because yeah, it just looks like a bunch of nasty bugs could be possibly living in here. All right, first things first, a can of lubrication. I don't have PB Blaster, but this worked on the chopper when it was rusty, so let's use it on this. This will basically help get rid of that rust. Just spray it everywhere. So as you can see, the rust is basically eating that rust away, which that's what we want. We don't want no more of that rust on there. So I sprayed a good bit. Just gotta give it some time to do its work. And yeah. So I made sure I sprayed some around the handle, pretty much what turns the bike, because the chopper had a really bad squeak to it, and this can help that. Basically lubes everything. See, it's turning easier already. Looking good as new already, starting to get there. My audio wasn't working when I recorded this part, but basically pretty much what I was saying right here, I looked up like the electric parts for it, and you can actually buy the electric components for it for this bike, which you see right there, $13.99 for the charger, and then you scroll down, $76.99 for the motor. So like you can replace the electric parts in this bike if you wanted to. But my idea was turn it into gasoline, and I searched up where it looks like it runs for $559, but that's not an exact model. Right here, Mini Moto Maxii 400 was discontinued. I don't know why it was discontinued, but it said it ran brand new for $350. So at least we have an idea how much it ran for. Yeah, so this bike, brand new, was listed for $350 to $400 brand new. For some reason it was discontinued. That I am not sure why it was discontinued, but yo, I knew when I seen this bike in that guy's yard, I had to ask. I had to ask if he had any plans for it, because I certainly have plans for it, and I just thank that person, I thank that guy for letting me have it. Like, God bless his heart. Now it gives me something to do, and a new project bike on the way. Wow, $350, brand new. I mean, it's decent size too. It is actually decent size. These bikes were made for kids and adults, so you know what I mean. They're fun for all ages, and you'd be surprised with these pocket bikes. I always wanted a pocket bike. Always wanted one. Always wanted a gasoline pocket bike. Well, here I have one, and I'm going to turn it into gasoline pocket bike. And we'll keep the name as a Maxii 400. Heck yeah. So right there is the chain for it, and there was 2 big black spiders that was living in there. I don't know if it was Black Widow or not, but that freaked me out when I seen, I think, a Black Widow in there. I was like, oh hell no. I fucking kicked that as far as I could down there, and like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Screw that. But right there's the chain. You can tell this bike's been setting for a while. I'm gonna spray this to scare whatever's in here. I'm still scared because I don't know what's living in there. So I'm dumping a bunch of water on it just to make sure if any bugs are in there, they'll come out because they hate water. All right, so this sucker's got like Ajax and bleach in it. There you go. It's freaking hot water too, so I'm sure if anything's living in there, they'll come out. Because I ain't trying to get bit by something and then I get sent off. No. As soon as I seen those two black widow spiders, like look at this. Right there's their freaking egg sac. Those are spider egg sacs. Alright, so it seems to be working because it's pretty much wrenching everything off inside this bike. So that's what I want. I just want to do a couple more tries, get some just water all over it. Hot bleach water. Oh yeah. Alright, so we got some hot water going in there. It's looking pretty good now, so I shouldn't have to worry about anything now. Alright, so I got the electric motor out of there. I kind of broke this to be able to get the motor out, but you know, you had to improvise. So right there is the 36 volt, 15, 400 watt. Okay, so the good news is the frame is in good shape, so that's pretty good. That's good. So that's what it's looking like. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video right here, but before I do, I found it brand new right here, and I just found out that this pocket bike is a Honda Minimoto Maxii 400. That's pretty cool.